Let's play Mage Knight on Tabletop Simulator. I'll be playing the solo Conquest scenario as Wolfhawk and will be using the highly scripted version developed by Tuff Luck on the Steam Workshop. This is the fifth and last part of this series. You can find a playlist of all the videos in the description. The last round was very fruitful for Wolfhawk. She was able to destroy the Blue City's garrison, find the second one, and clear a couple of rampaging Draconim from the surrounding mountains and wastelands. She also managed to convince two more excellent units to join her cause. So far, the powerful items, actions, and spells providing range and siege attacks she has learned along the way have started to pay dividends. She was able to take out most of the Blue City's garrison from long range and produce a decent amount of attack to eliminate the remaining enemy in one go. Now, she'll try to achieve her mission to claim victory by capturing the last city. Since I took sparring power as my tactic, the dummy player will go first this round. Okay, this is very cool. I hadn't noticed the automatic buttons here to use Wolfhawk's motivation skill. I was doing this manually, but it's nice to have this feature. I'll definitely use the button to activate the sparring power ability. The script automatically takes the top card from my deck and reserves it for later use. Okay, it's time to move towards the city. I only have March and Swiftness in my hand that can produce movement. I can use blue mana from the source to activate the stronger effect of March for 4 movement points. To get to the outskirts of the city, I'll need to traverse a plain and a wasteland. That'll cost me 6 points. That's exactly what I've got in my hand. So, let's go ahead and use it. Actually, I also have the Mistform spell that can produce movement, but let's keep it just in case I can use its stronger effect in the assault of the city. Once I reach the wastelands, I can see what enemy units are garrisoned in the city. And remember, all enemy units with normal physical attack will gain the Brutal ability. The first brown enemy is a Medusa. The other one is a Pain Wrath, both with the Paralyze ability. A violet enemy is an Ice Golem, which also has Paralyze. The effects of Paralyze are very dangerous. I'll need to take them out in siege phase, or completely block them, or they'll cause me a lot of trouble. The Medusa and the Wrath both will gain the Brutal ability. The first white enemy is a familiar one, the Grim Legionnaires, but this time, they'll also have the Brutal ability, which is unnerving when coupled with their powerful attack of 11. It won't be a good idea to leave this unit unblocked either. This enemy selection might strain my defense. And finally, other white enemy, the Alt of Mages. Oh boy, this enemy is already brutal, and also poisonous with a cold fire attack. Okay, I've got my work cut out for me. I'm going to need a lot of siege attack if I want to survive the assault on the city. Luckily, the starting hand I drew is pretty good. I've got the Hornet Wrath, which has been very useful in this playthrough. This time, I think I might need to use it at its maximum power, which will destroy it, but will provide up to 10 siege. I'll need some mana to use the more powerful siege attack of the catapults. They'll generate another 5 points for me. And if I get lucky enough to roll a black mana in the source, I might be able to use the Mighty Firestorm spell again. I already have mana draw in my hand, which will facilitate this. I won't draw new cards since I'm at my hand limit, but I still need to pass to be able to use a die from the source when I assault. Well, what do you know, I do get some black mana in the source. That'll come in handy. I could claim the card I tucked underneath my tactic card last turn, but I think I'll store another one instead. That way, if I need to assault the city a second time, I'll have 2 extra cards, like a second motivation skill, I guess. But before that, let's do the dummy player's turn first. Too bad I didn't draw any movement cards. I'm regretting not using Mist Form last turn to move. But I still have the motivation skill. I'll use it to draw 2 more cards. Hopefully I'll get some movement there. Nope, no movement cards. So I'll need to play 2 cards sideways to generate the points I need to enter the city space. Alright, but before moving in, I know it seems like a waste, but I'll play my refreshing skills to add a blue and white crystal to my inventory. I won't be able to use these during the battle. Seriously, I feel starved of mana in this Conquest. Okay, let me take a moment to plan my turn and decide what cards to use to move. I'll play Rage sideways for 1 movement point, and for the other I'll play Determination. Now, let's see, scratch that. I really don't think I'll be able to use the Mist Form spell. I'll use that instead sideways for movement, and I'll still use Rage as the other card. It's a shame to have to use his 2 cards for that, but I still have a pretty strong hand. Let's see what I can do with it. I'll start by playing Mana Draw to use the black and red mana from the source to power the Firestorm spell. This will give me a whopping 8 siege fire attack, but it will also damage me and give me a win card to my hand. Which I'll gladly take, of course. Very powerful stuff. I'll also play my Horn of Wrath for its maximum output. Will give me the same 5 siege attack, but I can add up to 5 more by rolling 1 die for each extra damage. I'll go with the maximum allowed and produce 10 siege. That's a total of 18 siege. Let me figure out how I want to assign the damage. When grouped together, the resistance of any of the enemies lumped together applies to the whole attack assigned against the group, potentially making the attack inefficient against it. I can power the Delphana Master's wide attack to remove all resistances of one enemy. That might help when grouping them. Let's see. I can remove the physical and ice resistance from the Ice Golem. The group of 3 enemies will have a combined armor of 16. That means I should be able to take them out with my siege attack. But that would leave the Grim Legionnaires. My catapults can't take them out by themselves. Okay, I think I can probably arrange this better. Let's not use the wide attack from the Masters. I'll use the 8 fire siege attack against the Golem since it doesn't have fire resistance, and the Medusa. They have a combined 8 armor, so that takes care of them. I'll need 18 siege to take out the Wrath and the Legionnaires. If I power my catapult with blue mana for 5 siege, and use my Deadly Aim skill in combination with the Horn I've got only 16. I'd still need 2 more. But here's an idea. What if I target the Alta Mages instead of the Legionnaires? They've got physical resistance, but I use the Delphana Masters to strip that away from them. Now that's a much better idea, and I'll take care of the Legionnaires later with conventional attack and block. Alright, I've taken out most of the garrison in the siege phase. That was superb. I now need to take my win for using Firestorm, and roll for the Horn of Wrath. I'll need to roll 5 dice since I added 5 to the Horn's attack. Holy smokes, what were the odds? I roll 4 red and black dice, and so have to add 4 more wins to my hand. I've added a total of 5 wins to my hand this combat. If I ever go over 7, which is my hand size, I'll be knocked out. Hopefully, I can prevent that from happening. As I should already know very well by now, the Grim Legionnaires have an attack of 11. I'll do everything in my power to block it since this time it would inflict double damage. Thanks to the Brutal ability, that'd be an incredible 6 wins if Wolfhawk absorbs it all. I'll use the Guardsmen to provide 4 block. The Magic Familiars with the blue mana can provide another 7. Incredibly useful. It was very fortunate that I ended with a blue crystal last round. That is, a total of 11 block points and enough to stop the Legionnaires. It's my turn to attack. I'll play the weak effect of Blood Rage, and I'll take a win for 5 points of attack. Then I'll take a red mana token playing Concentration, and I'll use the token to power my hero's Cold Fire attack. The heroes won't participate in an assault on fortified sites without convincing. I'll produce the 2 influence I need for that with Intimidate. Actually, there's a better way of doing this since I really don't need the benefits of a Cold Fire attack. I won't use the mana with my heroes. I'll still activate them for their normal attack of 5, and use Intimidate. I'll use the mana to activate the strong effect of Blood Rage, but I won't take the wind to power it further. That's a total of 9 attack. I'll complement it with Determination to make it 11, enough to take out the Legionnaires and the last Resistance. Okay, that was ridiculously tight. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it in one go. I used everything at my disposal, all my units' cards and skills, and ended with 5 wins in my hand. So, I take over the second city and earn 29 fame. I get to do one final level up. The defeated Wrath dropped an item. It's the Vampiric Chalice. It would have been good to have this item at the end of this battle. I could have gotten rid of all my win cards. For my new skill, I'll pick Noro as Leaves in the Wind. Once a turn will give me a green crystal and a white mana token. This is the second time I disparage an advance action card, and I end up needing it. This time it's in need. Each win will give me -2 points at the end of the game. This card will make it possible to heal all the wins in the monastery, effectively netting me 10 points. Conquering the last city triggers the end of game, but I get to take one last turn. Okay, this turn I'll take the 2 cards I tucked under my tactics card. Let's see what was hiding there. I can heal my wounds by interacting with the monastery, but I'll need 6 movement points to get there. Improvisation will give me 5 movement points. I'll discard Crystallize and power it with the red mana from the source. I can move to the Wasteland, and I'll have 1 point left over. I'll just need 1 more to get to the monastery. I'll play 1 card sideways for that. It doesn't really matter which, since I won't be able to use them anyways. I guess I'll play the bow. So, in the monastery, I can spend 2 influence points while interacting for each heal point. I'll play a need, and I'll use my new skill to generate green mana to use its stronger effect. The card will give me 5 influence, plus 2 points for each wound in my hand. So, I can effectively cure all my wounds just with the extra influence. But I've got no use for the leftover 5 anyways. Okay, so that will allow me to throw away the 5 wounds from my hand. And since I don't have anything else to do, I'll end my turn and finalize the game. And that's it, the end of Wolfhawk's journey. I ended the round with 120 fame, but I still need to add the final bonus fame. I didn't realize the script didn't add this automatically at the end, and I closed the game, but not to worry, I recreated the final state of the game to calculate the final score. I'll start with the achievement bonuses. Each spell card will give me 2 more fame, and each advanced action 1 more. I've got 3 spell cards for 6 fame, and 6 action cards for 6 more, so that's the total of 12 fame. Every artifact gets me 2 more fame, and each pair of crystals 1 fame. I ended the game only with the bow of Starstone. The Horn of Wrath was destroyed during the last battle. I also didn't have any crystals at the end. So, that's 2 more fame. Every recruited unit gives me fame equal to its level. If they are wounded, I only get half that value. I didn't have any wounded units at the end. I had 1 level 4 unit, 2 level 3, and 2 level 2. That's a total of 14 fame. For each side I conquered, I get 2 points. These are marked with shields on the map. I have a total of 7 shields, so that is an additional 14 fame. And for every wound I have in my deck, I lose 2 fame. I only had 1 wound left in my deck, so minus 2 fame. Okay, so that puts me at 160 fame, but I still need to add the solo scenario bonuses. I get 10 fame per city conquered. I conquered both, so that's 20 more fame. I also get a 15 fame bonus for conquering both cities and winning the game. For each round not played, I would get a 30 fame bonus, but I played all 6 rounds, so no fame from that. And then I get 1 fame per card left in the dummy player's deck. There are 13 cards left, so 13 more fame. And finally, the end of round was not announced, so I get 5 more fame. But yeah, I almost forgot. I also have the Vampiric Chalice, which I got at the last battle. I think this will give me 1 more fame. So, that's it for this adventure. Wolfhawk ends the game with a respectable 214 fame. She had quite a journey, and despite a few snags along the way, she managed to complete her goal. If you've made it this far, I would like to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. Don't forget to leave a comment if you would like to share your thoughts on this playthrough, or the game in general. I hope to see you on the next one.